Single on a Saturday Night, a TV show that features intriguing conversations about music, cooking, celebrities, and more.
Give us the name of the best place to have sex.
Library.
Inside of the champagne glasses at the Poconos Inn.
On the mountain at Poconos Inn.
On the roof type deck over there where they trying to grow them organic fields, give them some extra fertilizer.
This show reaches men and women that are single and looking for a positive outlook.
This is 30 interviews in 30 days, and day 8 is DJ Kool. It's actually Throwback Thursday. It was kind of set up that way to be that way, but I want to go take it back in time. You are legendary, like literally legendary.
Thank you.
You have stood the test of time, and let's talk about the beginning, how you got started, and what that was like.
Okay, I've been a DJ for well over 40 years. Probably 42, maybe going on 43 years now. I started 1978. I was a mobile DJ from 78 to 79. I started in nightclubs in 1979 with a place called the Paragon 2 that used to be on Wisconsin Avenue in Georgetown, which is Northwest DC. And I played in all the top urban clubs from 1979 all the way up to 1996. I became a recording artist in 1986. My first single was a song called "The Music Ain't Loud Enough, Pump Up the Volume," which was a mix of DC go-go and hip hop, which is my I guess that's my signature sound. You know what I mean? I mixed the go-go with the hip hop, and it was the first record to come out of this region to go national chart, Billboard, and all that. And I've had several singles from 1986 all the way up to 1996 that charted Billboard. Speaking of 1996, we had a record that we did in your town in Philadelphia at a place called Bahama Bay.
Yes.
And there's a little thing called "Let Me Clear My Throat." And you talking about standing the test of time. That is my, what do they call that? My opus, what do they call that when, like, this is your signature song? There's a proper name for it. Opus?
Opius? I don't know, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay, I'm going to have to research that word again. But yes, that is my signature song. And thanks to, the good creator, for blessing me with that idea. And thanks to all the people of Philadelphia for embracing me and everything. Big shout outs to my management. My everything, Walt Reeder Jr., Big Block Entertainment.
Walt Reeder Jr. Yes, we're going to stick there for 1 second. Yes, thank you to Walt Reeder Jr. Throughout the years, throughout day one, he has been my mentor, literally, he has helped me since day one. So for you, that's, I really wouldn't know you if it wasn't for Walt Reeder Jr. So thank you to Walt Reeder Jr. He's the number one booking agent in the world. Big Block Entertainment. I just got to put that out there.
That's Block a fact. You did not lie when you said that. That is a fact that he's also the number one artist manager, business manager in the world, in my opinion. And I think I got a pretty good opinion. I've been around long enough to know.
Yes, you got a great opinion, because I want to go back from that, your song, which is your signature song, but I want to go into the technical, because I am not a DJ, right? Because I am not an artist. Mm-hmm. I see that DJs do the artistry thing. So were you a rapper? And did you want to be? Would you consider yourself a rapper, entertainment? How did you put that all together?
I can do both. My influences, my early hip hop influences were Melly Mel, as far as being an MC is concerned. As far as being a DJ is concerned, there's a local person here named Maniac McLeod. He was my first DJ, my first influence as far as a DJ is concerned. On the national level, Grandmaster Flash would be my first DJ influence. So I am what you would call a hybrid. You know what I mean? I'm MC / DJ. You know what I mean? If you listen to some of my earlier songs, I'm doing songs that have 16 bar verses. You know what I mean? That's the normal arrangement. That once again, sound like music ain't loud enough. 316 bar verses, hooks and all that. When you get to the later songs, starting in 1994 with a song I had called 20-Minute Workout, that that one right there, that was more of, oh my God, this phone, God bless, stop it, please.
I know everybody want to talk to DJ Kool.
I'm like, stop it right now. I'm trying to, you know what I mean? Those songs feature more of my MC side, meaning the party rock side. You know what I mean? So I am in the lineage of people like, I don't know, Lovebug, Starsky, DJ Hollywood, Grandmaster Caz. You know what I'm saying? They are your DJ / MCs, but I am a DJ first. If you had to put it in any type of order, that's why it's DJ Kool. You know what I mean? So
yeah. Do you go in the actual studio? Do you produce, like do the music, or did you have producers?
Everything. I do everything.
You
myself.
Did the music, all the production. So you talking about
everything. I write it. Well, first of all, it starts here in this crazy thing right here in my head. And then I actually write everything out. I arrange everything, and I physically produce everything.
Produce. That's talent. That's extreme talent, and I think it's amazing. So let's get to the everybody knows, let me clear my throat. But I know I told you I can't sing, but I should be lip syncing. But
I got you, baby. I got you.
So let me clear my throat. Did you record it before you recorded it at Bahama Bay, or was that literally the live recording right there at Bahama Bay?
That was the live one take recording. That's the way that I decided to do all of my live recordings. My first live recording was 1994, which was 20-Minute Workout, which is the song I spoke about earlier. I did that in a club in Richmond, Virginia, called Ivory. Shout out to all the people down there in the 804 area code, whereas I was actually on the turntables. I had 2 copies of Dougie Fresh, I'm Getting Ready, the instrumental version, which was produced by Rare Essence, one of our classic DJ go-go groups here. And I'm actually cutting back and forth. I'm playing the songs, just holding the beat while I'm on the mic, and the crowd is out there, and we going, and I just had my guy just record everything. So we pretty much did the same. We used the same process when I did the Let Me Clear My Throat recording. The only difference is they recorded the live performance, whereas I'm out on the stage. My DJ behind me, and we're doing the actual show. Walt booked the show for us up there at Bahama Bay, and nobody knew that we were going to record. And the audience didn't know we were recording. You know what I mean? So I just had the mobile, the people that were actually doing the actual recording. I say, look, I'm gonna count to 3, and I want you to press record. And the rest is history. And we just did it in one take. I always do these songs in one take because I'm trying to catch the natural energy of the audience. You know what I mean?
Wow. I mean, what was it? 50,000. I get this in one take, but that's what you do. One take of recording, and this recording sold out. How many? What was the actual stats on that?
You know what? That's a very good question. Because, the reason why I say that is because I had a very interesting situation as far as the label situation is what I like to call it, that I was in at the time. It was American Records. And they went through something, I don't know what, to make a long story short, they lost their distribution through, who was it? Warner Brothers, or Warner at the time. Mm-hmm. And so my numbers are actually unofficial. A lot of people think that we probably officially reached multi-platinum status with Let Me Clear My Throat. I did receive a gold award. So when the label lost their distribution, like they kind of basically took their hands off the project. I got set on the shelf in 1998, believe it or not. The song came out like 96, 97. I got set on the shelf in 1998 because of all the stuff that they were going through. And I did not get out of that situation with them until 2003. I wasn't able to release a record from 1998
from 98 to 2003.
Yes, I was on the shelf.
So what did you do during that time? I mean, you got a dope manager. So what did you do during that time?
Speaking of my dope manager, who is also my booking agent, he kept my behind out there on that road off of that hot record that I had going on at the time. And so, you know, for me, like he can book me as an artist or as a DJ. You know what I mean? Because I can get on the stage, you know, and kill it, or you can put me in a club and put me on this set right here, and I'm gonna do the same thing. So, you know, I was always able to work, you know what I mean? So
absolutely,
the ball
always able to work. So how did you actually, I mean, since we might as well keep on, so how did you actually hook up with Walt Reader Jr.? So,
good God Almighty. I would see, that's why he needs to be here. Can we get him in here? Is it any way?
Yeah, he has the link. Walt, let me text him.
Yeah, tell him to get his body in here right now so he can help me tell this part, because there's so many parts and levels to that.
While we're waiting for him, and we're going to talk about how he hooked up with Walt Reader Jr. Walt Reader Jr., like I said, the number one booking agent in the world. Let's talk about during COVID. I mean, we know COVID's going on, and it's not a dead topic, but as entertainers, as media people, our lives changed. How did your life change during this time?
Oh boy. Well, I wasn't able to get out and touch the audience the way that I love to get out and touch the audience. As a matter of fact, this is one thing that's been actually killing me, but I've been kind of trying to deal with it. You know how you go on Instagram and they have the little Instagram story part where they say 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and they have a little, a picture up. Every day there's somebody posts something 1 year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and every picture is me on a plane or or at an event. You know what I mean?
Just out of here. You just like out of here. Look.
I'm like, really? And so yeah. And it's crazy because technically, the last thing that I did out in the field, as I like to call it, was back in like first part of March, CIAA.
Oh, here he is.
I did some incredible parties down there, and that's
what's CIAA?
CIAA is a basketball tournament. It is the biggest for all HBCU schools.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and they do it in Charlotte every year. I've done it for the past 13 years that it was in Charlotte. It is incredible. The parties down there are absolutely nuts. Like, I normally average anywhere from 7 to 8 parties every year, but my day parties, I have 2 signature day parties that I was doing. One on Fridays and one on Saturdays. I had a place called Coyote Joe's that we used to do the Friday day parties at. We averaged anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 people at that party. My Saturday day party was another place called, the event was called the Lottie Dottie Day Party. All this stuff was,
day party.
Yes, because this is more so about your 80s and 90s hip hop. You know what I mean? So the thing at Coyote Joe's was more so DJ driven. It's always myself and an opening DJ. The Lottie Dottie Day Party is more so artist driven, where artists come in and do pop-ups, but I'm the actual host and the and I guess in the featured DJ. But shout out to my man DJ CK down there in Charlotte. That's my co-pilot down there when we do that Lottie Dottie. And shout out to Mike Johnson down there in Charlotte. He is always the promoter for Lottie Dottie. And shout out to Jumani Torrance. He always does, he was the main promoter for Coyote Joe's. And these parties, incredible, like nuts. like
I'm telling
Judgment
you,
Day.
Next year, I want to be a part. I want to be on the fly, because you know what? I have clients in Charlotte, TGI Fridays,
yes.
Charlotte on WT Harris Boulevard.
Yes.
So Fridays is my client, and I could have gotten that hookup and then been out there with y'all, and then maybe we could have, we could have done the whole thing. Hey everybody, it's your girl, Shelly Williams, producer of Single on a Saturday Night. Thank you so much for watching right here on Philly Cam. If you are single on a Saturday, Sunday, or single every night, text word on the street to 22828 for your chance to win our official Single on Every Night t-shirt. So text word on the street to 22828 for your chance to win a free Single on Every Night t-shirt. And you keep watching Single on a Saturday Night right here on Philly Cam.
What's going on? How y'all?
Oh man, we good.
Hey. We Kool didn't want to talk. We were singing your praise, and he wanted to make sure you came on because I wanted to talk about how you actually officially hooked up as, you know, manager. Because, you know, we know you're the #1 booking agent, but you're also the #1 manager. So how did that whole thing hook up?
Hey man, hey, you know, he came out my mama too. That's the real deal.
Yes.
We've been together so long, that boy done came out my mama. How about that?
And he came out mine.
That's family right there. Absolutely.
You know, before I became his manager, you know, I've always been in the agency world booking talent. And you know, I used to call Kool and, you know, give him gigs like every other artist. And this was back in the 90s. And then you know, him and I just built this type of synergy and rapport with each other just by doing that piece of the business. That, you know, I got that Philly in me, Shelly. I'm like, yo, well, where's your manager? He was like, man, I ain't seen my manager in God knows when. Basically.
Yo, wait. You had a man. He had a manager.
He had a manager. He had a manager at the time. He had a manager, but his manager was inactive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, a talent like you and your manager's inactive. I said, yo, let me figure this out. So, you know, we went through the paperwork piece of it so I could figure it out to make sure that I wasn't putting myself in a situation that, you know, wouldn't merit on the side of good. And then after we went through that, you know, I talked to him about management and, you know, but I wanted to prove myself. I said, let me put this Negro to work. Let me make it work.
And that
you know?
he did.
And then from there, you know, he understood that I understood the business of music. Because that's what he needed. You know, he needed somebody that he ain't need no more homeboy management. He's past that piece of his career. He needed somebody that really understood the business. And then had the wherewithal to go get him another record deal. Right. So that's when I came in. You know, Kool was on an independent down there. And then from there, you know, we were instrumental in helping him and the other label that he was with get a major record deal. Because when Clear My Throat came out, the floodgates opened. Like everybody wanted him. Everybody, every major label in the country wanted DJ Kool. They wanted to sign him at that time. So, you know, we went with
American
Rick Rubin and Def American Records because of his association with Russell Simmons and the whole Def Jam experience. We felt like, you know, that was a good fit for Kool. Because Kool is just not an urban artist. He has a huge white following. And we figured that, you know, Rick Rubin could bridge the gap between both worlds, you know, and that's where we were with it. That's how that happened.
So you get a deal, you get a record deal. It's on American. Let Me Clear My Throat. Then he sits from 98 to 2003.
Yes.
Did you feel that?
He sat, I don't know if he told you he sat record wise. He ain't sit show wise.
Oh right. No, he told us. He said.
Oh no, I had him working from Sunday to Sunday, even on some Monday. Like no, we work from dark to dark. Are you kidding me? Yes, he had 2-3 shows in a day sometimes.
Yes, that's a fact.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. It was a time Kool worked so much, I couldn't even get him all the proper commercial flights so he could connect the dots and get from city to city. I would put him on a damn crop duster. You know what I'm saying? We would go rent private planes from crop duster people just so he could travel to the next city.
I remember one day, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Walt, but while we on that spot right there, I remember one day in particular, we left here, we did a show in Miami with Luke during the day on the beach. We left that show, went to Oklahoma, and did a show for I think it was a college event. We did that. Then we left there and went to Anchorage, Alaska. Now we did all this in one day.
Yep.
That's that big block machine.
Yeah, we was moving. We be moving. And Shelly, you know, the irony is a lot of people don't know, and I don't know if Kool told you, but you know, he is I call him a triple threat, but for the sake of the conversation, he's a double threat. He DJs and he's also an artist. So we can go out and go get some DJ money, DJ shows, or he can get on stage and rock the crowd, right? So we could go either way. But the beauty of it is, what people don't know is Kool works every weekend. Well, pre-COVID, he works every weekend still. Like either on the stage with a mic or he's cutting some records somewhere. So, you know, he stays busy. And you know, I like to say, you know, we just been blessed that way. You know, I don't want you to think that we are, you know, special than others or something out of the osmosis that happened. You know,
you are special.
We are blessed by God, and we realize that we are still able to grind and work every weekend doing gigs across the states. That's just it.
Facts.
That is facts. So how about this? COVID hits, right? We're here, we're doing this. Is there a way to parlay this into something that you don't have to go all over the place, but you can make money by being the brand or being that person? Is there a way to do that? I mean, I understand you want to go all over the world, but I'm saying COVID hit. What's the pivot like? Did you pivot?
Well, you see him now. We doing it with you. This is part of the pivot. Everything is virtual. You know, we Kool and I are now in the streaming business. So, you know, you'll be seeing him on his own platform, streaming and doing parties across the country, you know, on that platform. That's just where he is right now. You see his green screen in the back. He got it set up. You know, he got people that can move in back of him. Like we got it figured out. You know, we from Philly. Come on, man.
Hey, I know. You know, we just want to educate people. My goal is to educate people on business. You know, I'm a business person, so
that's right.
I like to educate people on not thinking in one side. You can do other things. Yes. This is how you can pivot. This is not the only way you can do things in life. Right. So let's pivot. Let's what we got to do.
Right. And Kool, being that he is based in DC, you know, go-go is his roots. A lot of people, you know, we've traveled the world. A lot of people don't understand go-go like we do. Philly does because we're so close to DC, you know, but across America, they don't. But I said that to say that this boy got the baddest Monday night go-go show ever. ever. And, you know, he's true to his homeland of DC. You know what I'm saying? So he stays in that pocket. When he comes out of that pocket, you know, we know him as DJ Kool, the hip hop artist. You know, when he come to Philly, you know, they want to hear Lil Go-Go, but they want to hear that damn Clear My Throat and anything else that he's made that's in that hip hop vein. But Kool is so like tied to DC. You see his hat, right?
Yeah, I see his hat.
He's so tied to DC that, you know, I would like for him to do an all hip hop joint. But, you know, DC is where he is. That's where he represents. He will always do that until Jesus calls him home. So he represents his hometown to the fullest. Now, if other artists did that with their hometown and represented what they are, I mean, you know, it would take the city and the market and the brand so much further.
Absolutely. So but you have the new project out. Did you go out? Did you go label for this, or was it independent with Cha Cha Cha?
We haven't gone anywhere with it yet.
Ain't go anywhere with it yet. We holding it. As far as we got is we serve as DJs, and Kool got a reaction that, listen, he has so many damn DJs call him on and wanting a record that Kool was calling me like, bro, we got to do something with this damn record.
They still calling.
Right. And as we were about to, COVID hit. And what we don't want to do is waste good material. You know, it's damn near like the James Bond movie that was supposed to come out that they said, nah, we're going to keep that till next spring. Because we spend so much money, so much energy, so much creativity that when you got one and you know you got one, sometimes it's best to wait and before you release it to the world, because you only got one shot. You know how we are. We make a record real fast. Like, I heard that already.
I heard that. Oh, it's not, you know, I get it.
Man, I heard that already. You know, so what we're going to do is hold back, wait till COVID is over, whenever that is, when God say so. Then we're going to put the record back out. And there's other marketing strategies that go with the record, because it's not just a listening record, it's a dance record.
I want to be a dancer. And I'm not kidding. You know, they say put that stuff in the atmosphere. I want to be a dancer. So if there's a video and you want to have dancers doing the dance, I want to be in the video. I gotta be out there. I'm not.
Well, I'll tell you what, until that actually happens, what I want you to do is go to YouTube and type in DJ Kool Cha 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 Dance. You will see a video with a young lady instructing a line dance class. And you can actually see her and her group doing the actual dance that goes with the song. And we got close to 300,000 views already. I don't know if you know that by now, Walt.
With no marketing.
Yeah, no
marketing. We ain't even. It just happened. It's just organic. We ain't kill it. We ain't push it. We ain't push the button yet. We just put it into the atmosphere, and the response was crazy on the record. So I'm not gonna waste a good record on Kool. I'm gonna wait till next year. We're gonna put some money behind it, put some marketing behind it, put it out to the wolves, and let it go. That's it.
I can't wait. That's what I'm saying. When you have for anybody out there, I know those artists out there, the goal is to educate you, right? The goal is to educate you on what's going on. When you're looking for a manager, you have to look for a manager that's multifaceted, who understands the marketing, not just, hey, we're going to go to this club and get this money, get some drinks, and we're going to get lit. That's not management. Management is looking at it in multifaceted, trying to make sure the best interest of your artist is at hand. Make sure that the money's at hand, making sure that you don't just blow a song. Understanding, you got to understand the dynamics. It's not just, hey, I got a manager that's my homie. You have to understand this. My goal is to educate all of you, whoever's out there. You want better, you got to learn. You got to learn from everybody that's doing it. But when you talk about multifaceted, let's talk about how it's almost like a reinvention, a relaunch of Let Me Clear My Throat with that movie. What was it called? The Office Party?
Office Christmas Party.
Office Christmas Party. Yes. How did that? I mean, to me, it felt like you just came out and it was new. I know we know you, but it really felt like you just came out and the world just is there. So how did that come about?
Go ahead, Walt.
No.
I just agreed to everything.
Okay, so this is another one of those management things. The management,
definitely.
Yeah. So early on, I made sure Kool's publishing was intact and that he owned the licensing for his records.
Yes. Right? Did you hear that? Say that one more time, please. Please say that one more time.
Early on, I made sure Kool's publishing was intact and that he owned a good percentage of the licensing for his record. Okay, because there's samples involved in the music and all of that, so we got to share a bit. But this was prior to 360 deals when they were trying, and Kool and I had this conversation all the time. We just made the cutoff for the 360 experience, right? Because that's something I'm not really a fan of, and that's a whole nother conversation. It is what it is. We get it. But I made, like, when I took Kool's career over, I needed to make sure that I knew how, because again, we from Philly, right? So I understood what publishing was and licensing was based on how Kenny Gamble and them moved. Like Philly International, they own all of their stuff, right? So I'm like, and these guys are millionaires off their own music, right? So I said, damn, well, when I get the opportunity, one of the things I need to make sure is that the artist controls their publishing, owns a great piece of their record, because I know, especially when you we don't call Clear My Throat a record anymore. We call it like an anthem. It's a national anthem.
Anthem, yes.
It's played everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. So, but I needed to make sure that his publishing and licenses were intact. So when future business comes, which a lot of cats don't understand that piece of it, Kool tours around the world, but we also have a lifetime brand with Clear My Throat that people use the music all around the world. And we got to approve every deal that they do. So we get to say if we like the money or not, because we own it. You know what I mean? So when Office Party came, they came to us.